Welcome to Presentation, Ponder, Practice. In early August of 2020, YouVersion blog posted an article titled, How Do You Study the Bible? Here are 5 steps. A link to the article will be put in the description of this video. I am always looking for easy ways to remember things, help children and teens remember things to implement in daily living, and help us all grow in our relationship with God. Hence the reason for presentation, ponder, practice. 2 Chronicles chapter 12 and verse 14 scares me. It says he did evil because he did not set his heart to seek the Lord. This word was spoken about King Rehoboam, and it can be true of us. Most evil is not done by people who plan to do evil. Evil is done by people who did not plan to do good. Faithful followers turn back after a time because they failed to set the heart on seeking God. To set his heart refers to the effort over a prolonged period of time. Preparing the heart is not something we can do on our own. Humility is needed when preparing our heart. Psalm 10 verse 17 reads, O Lord, you have heard the desire of the humble. You will prepare their heart. Spending time with God daily is extremely important to me. Finding time is not easy. Scheduling time is easier recorded than kept. Yet by the end of the day, I have spent time in God's Word at some point because it is a priority. Reading, studying, sharing a passage to help a person find an answer to a question, preparing a devotional, a lesson, or a sermon gives me many opportunities to be in God's Word. Here are some thoughts on preparing our heart for when we do get into God's Word. John Piper has an acrostic which helps him ready his mind and heart to receive God's Word. He refers to it as his IOUS prayer acrostic. The I stands for incline. Incline my heart to your testimonies. Psalm 119 verse 36 says, Incline my heart to your testimonies and not to selfish gain. O stands for open. Open my eyes to see wonders in your word. Psalm 119 verse 18 says, Open my eyes that I may behold wondrous things out of your law. U stands for unite. Unite my heart to fear your name. Psalm 86 verse 11 says, Teach me your way, O Lord, that I may walk in your truth. Unite my heart to fear your name. S stands for satisfy. Satisfy me with your steadfast love. Psalm 90 verse 14 says, Satisfy us in the morning with your steadfast love, that we may rejoice and be glad all our days. In preparing the heart and mind, we need an open mind and an open heart to come before God and open His Word for reading and studying in order for us to receive the greatest benefit. Think about your study ahead of time. Pick out the topic, the subject, or passage to be studied in advance. Then think about it. Think about the things you already know. Memory is a powerful tool in preparing the heart. Think about what it is that you want to gain from the study. Think about preliminary questions you might have from the text. Think about the Bible you will use, the specific translation or version, the system you'll use for marking the text or taking notes. Prepare your space. Get rid of distractions. Think of study time as being a positive and pleasant experience. Pray generally for your study. Pray about what you're doing. Pray about why you are doing it. Quieten the heart. Quiet the heart and mind by writing out any concerns that you have. This is not a time to address them, to think of possible solutions, or even try to prioritize them. Just make the list to get the things off your mind and off your heart. Then pray. Pray more specifically for your study time, the study of the occasion, and ask for the focus needed in dealing with the text. Pray that the things you wrote down not bother you during this time. Pray about the outcome of your study. There are several acrostics that are used to help form thoughts for prayer, Acts being one of the most popular. Address and adore God along with His Word. Confess your faults. Thank God for His blessings, His Word, and the time you have to study. Solicit God's help in the study is just another example. Preparing the heart for study is aimed at receiving the greatest benefit from the study. Ezra chapter 7 verse 10, Acts 17 verse 11, Matthew 13 verses 13 through 16 show the connection between the proper attitude developed by preparing the heart and one's understanding of the teaching. A proper attitude goes a long way toward a prepared heart, and a prepared heart gets the most out of study. Set a routine and start following it. Prepare the heart before the study. Most importantly, pause every day to spend time with God. Let us know in the comments, what process do you follow in studying God's Word? How has it changed over time? How often does it change? Share how you quiet your heart before study. Studying God's message is enjoyable and exciting. May the study of God's Word increase your knowledge, affect your heart, and change your life to be more like Christ. May God bless you.